Thank you, Nima. Here's your Alberta Daily Update. Premier Danielle Smith has announced her new cabinet. Some of her ministers include Lethbridge East MLA Nathan Newdorf, who will become Minister of Infrastructure. Todd Loewen, who ran against Smith for the position of Premier, will become Minister of Forest, Parks and Tourism, while Brian Jean will be sworn in as Minister of Jobs, Economy and Northern Development. Travis Taves, meanwhile, will maintain his role as Minister of Finance. In total, 24 members will be taking their oath of office. For a full list of the 24, please visit our Facebook page.
One of the roles that I hope to fulfill as Deputy Premier is to continue to work on what I was doing as caucus chair and reaching out to individuals that maybe also feel under-recognized or not in the limelight. So we want to work on that. We want to work on unity.
Alberta's Premier is promising rocky times ahead as she prepares to make major changes in the way health services are run. Danielle Smith told the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce that it's going to be a bumpy ride for the next 90 days. Smith has promised to fire the governing board of Alberta Health Services. She has blamed AHS for botching the pandemic and criticized the agency for directing employees to be vaccinated for COVID-19. She says that led to needless vacancies and staff shortages. Recently, supporters of a rejected open-pit coal mine in the Crow's Nest Pass said Danielle Smith has renewed their hope that their proposal for the mine would be revisited. However, Lethbridge West MLA Shannon Phillips says too many Albertans have already said no because it doesn't protect our water or agriculture.
My constituents in Lethbridge, the constituents of Livingston-Macleod, in the Pincher Creek and other areas up the foothills where previously Danielle Smith said she was going to run. Constituents even in Brooks Medicine Hat, where Danielle Smith is running but has not yet set foot, have all said no to open pit coal mining in the foothills. The answer isn't more open pit strip mining of our headwaters. It's a resilient and diversified economy. It's an economy where farmers and ranchers can rely on our headwaters to service their crops, their livestock operations, where cities like Lethbridge, Medicine Hat can get safe, clean drinking water. And it's an economy where we can be prosperous by adding jobs.
Phillips adds that she's calling on Smith to issue a statement banning the practice. It appears as though the pandemic and the high cost of food has forced at least two longtime Southern Alberta businesses to close their doors. Sam's Donaires and Hamburgers and Mocha Cabana, which were both mainstays in Lethbridge for decades, are the latest to shut down, citing not being able to stay afloat due to inflation and the pandemic. Leanna Kamaladine is the owner of Sam's Donaires, and she said that with the food and delivery costs going through the roof, she just couldn't make a go of it anymore.
It was impossible the last 3-4 months to even try to bridge the gap. I mean, we barely squeaked by through COVID, and just the prices of things are just astronomical. You know, the case of chicken that we used to use went from $15 to $40 within a week. The tub of mayo that we use went from $17 to $75. And even the delivery costs, right? Because some stuff we had to get from out of town. And that went from $70, $80 a week, which was doable. And then the next week it was $230. There was just absolutely no way to continue to bridge that gap.
And I'm one of the casualties. I was an employee with Sam's and I lost my job. So it just comes with the territory. I don't know what I'm going to do next. But yeah, I was one of the ones who got laid off.
And we would like to thank all of our loyal customers for the last 20 years. And I wish it had a different outcome.
Kamaladine says 6 people lost their jobs when Sam's Donaires and Hamburgers had to close its doors. As we've been seeing businesses closing shop here in Lethbridge, I spoke with Andrew Senya of the Canadian Federation of Independent Business about what they're hearing from their members.
According to CFIB statistics, about 68% of small businesses are still carrying some form of pandemic-related debt, and about 38% of them are only back to normal sales. So that means that a lot of businesses haven't fully recovered from the pandemic, coupled with inflation, high energy costs, labor shortages, and high interest rates.
And that is your Alberta Daily Update. Back to you, Nima.